So now I want to work on this. Okay, I want to see the changes live. So I changed few, like when it comes to the database, I only have now one wow. Okay, so that means if I remove this, it should be removed from here. I made love and haha the same amount, so that means if I choose love, that means it's gonna be more than haha, and it's gonna overtake it. Okay, and the way I've done it right here, it's just not advisable. Okay, I'm using like the same ID. It shouldn't be like that. So a post only can be liked once from the same user. Okay, you can't have like multiple reacts with the same user. There is just one like for testing purposes. Okay, you can't do that. Even if you want to do that, you just go to the React by and change the ID. Okay, or that's gonna create a problem with the check that we have in the backend. Okay, I advise you again to do different IDs. Okay, so this is just like for testing purposes. I'm gonna remove them all, and then we're gonna start fresh before after that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, the first thing, I just like play with the React right here. Okay, let me just console log again, and let me open the console. I probably had done console logs before. So let me go to the first one. We're gonna look for the errors after. Okay, so as you see right here, what we're gonna do is simply gonna go and search for the React that we have, and then go to the count and change it. That's all I'm gonna do. So for example, if we have the same React, I'm gonna look for it. Like for example, I'm gonna click love, and we've already done that before. I'm gonna look for love, where is it? And then I'm gonna click, I'm gonna go right there to the count, and then make this 3-2, which is gonna be -1, because now and if it's like a new one, then you up the count +1. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. It's gonna be easy to understand. So I'm just gonna remove that. I'm gonna go right here, and then let's have a variable. Let's call it index, and just simply we're gonna go to the React array, and then we're going to use the find index function, okay, from JavaScript. Okay, let's call this object x, and we're going to see if the x.react, okay, which is the objects and then go inside the React and see if it's equal. So that means it's going to be the same as the check. Okay, so we're going to look for the React that is like, for example, love. If we want to click on love, okay, that's all I'm doing, and then simply save right here. That's the index. And then if the index is different than -1, that means it exists. In JavaScript, this function find the index. If it doesn't exist, it returns -1, and if it does exist, it's be different. So when it's different, that means, you know, it does exist. So let me add a space right here, like that. Okay, all I'm gonna do, go to the set React, and then the first thing I want to do, which is an array. Okay, so you split the values of the array, and then you look for the elements that you want to change, which is gonna be the React, and then the index that we got. Okay, that's the one that I want to change, and go to the count of it, okay, which is the attributes count, and then minus because it's the same. So I want to remove one from the count. So the React, and then select the one with the index, okay, and then dot count, like that. So we're gonna take the previous value of the count. What the problem right is, you need the space, that's all. Okay, no, we need nothing more. Just remove that from here, also one from here, like that. Okay, so that's the change what I'm trying to do. And also go to the total, because it's gonna affect the total. We're gonna take the previous value and just minus to that previous value. Okay, that's all I'm doing. So for example, I have this wow right here. Okay, so if I went and click on it again, which is the same, as I see, it's gonna be removed from here and also from here. So for the else part right here, first of all, I repeat, you gotta go right here and change all the Reacts by IDs. Okay, this is necessary, because if you didn't do that, no matter if you refresh, just simply is gonna always keep the check right here. Okay, to our Reacts, even if you remove it, because you have like 7 Reacts by you. Okay, you make sure that the Reacts by are unique, only one. Okay, so now if I refresh, okay, that is very important. Now I have nothing. Okay, and that's mandatory for our work. Okay, so now for the else parts, that means it's not, you know, the same as we have in the type. Okay, and the check and the type are different. That means I don't have any React, okay, or either I have an existing React and I want to change it. Okay, so let's see, for example, I don't have any React existed. So we're gonna do that. Let me take this and just paste this right here. Okay, if we don't have nothing, that means I need, this is gonna be ++, and this is also ++, and this is not gonna go for the check. We're gonna go for the type that we pass, because we don't have anything. That means if it's empty, I'm choosing love. So I'm gonna go to the React and find where love is existed, and then go to its count okay, and then add one plus plus to it. That means add one to it, and that's gonna make love added one to it. Okay, so that's the first scenario. The second scenario, for our example, love is already existed, so it's gonna go right here and add one to it. So the second thing is, like for example, I have an existing React. So for example, I have like haha, okay, so I have this. So what I want to do is go to the haha and change it, which is what we've done right here. We go, like for example, we choose angry, we're gonna go to that angry, okay, which is the type that we pass, and add one to it. But also I want to go to the haha that's existing and add -1 to it, and that means I need to remove one from the haha also. Okay, so I'm gonna have another index, let's call it index 1, which is gonna be now for, not for the type, for the check, because for the one existed. Okay, I'm gonna take the same one right here, and let me take the index 1 right here, also right here, and also right here, and then we're gonna just add minus so we can remove one from it. I feel like this is pretty obvious, it doesn't need that much explanation. Okay, so let me refresh right now. Okay, and now let's see, for example, let me remove this haha, okay, and now refresh, okay, because I don't want to have any problems now. Let's see if everything is fine, and then we see. So now I want to like add one, okay, like I'm gonna click angry. Okay, it's been added, but it doesn't add right here. So let me, whenever I add, let me just console log the React and see if anything changes. Let me remove that, let me refresh and open the console. Okay, so I feel like we have a problem. So now let me click on angry. Okay, click. So now you see something changed right here. Okay, so angry, as you see right here, the rest is still fine, but angry, we added one to it. Okay, so I feel like I know the problem what it is, because as you see right now, it's not ordered. That means this element should be third, and it's not sorted. And I know what's the problem, because we sort everything in the back end. That's not the right way. We should do it in the front end, because this changes. Okay, and we always need to sort again, so make sure that everything is in the right place. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go back to the controller, this function, I'm gonna cut it from here, remove that, and then go back to the index, and then look where we map through it. Okay, so before we map, I will also sort. Okay, and remove this right here. Okay, and that's gonna be the right thing. Okay, so now everything is gonna, every time is gonna sort again. So now let me refresh right here and start and see again, because if it works, we've done it, you know, we finished with the React. So let me now start again. So now let me select angry. Okay, I've done it, and it's been added. Okay, and now we have 7. Can remove it, so it's gonna be removed, and we go back to 6. So now let me choose like wow. Okay, and now I have wow. Let me now try and change it to sad. So I change it to sad. Okay, and it changes to sad, and it's still 7. Okay, so that's very good. So now let me change it, like for example, like, and see if it's gonna say 7. So it did, and it stayed at 7. The last thing I want to do is, like for example, I want to choose haha and see if it's gonna like overtake the other one, if it's like more than it, because I remember they were 3-3. Okay, that means if I choose you know haha, it's gonna take over. So let me choose haha. Okay, let me click, sorry, why it doesn't click? Let me click. We have like a problem with the CSS, but I click, and as you see, it's been added right here, and it's removed the like, you know, is worth something wrong with my mouse. Okay, let me just, so to make sure that everything is alright, I went to the database and removed every single React that we had, so we can start like with actual, you know, fresh. Okay, and all the Reacts are, you know, valid right now. So I'm gonna go like to the first one, and now let me React. So I click. Okay, so it's directly responded. I can go right here and add like haha. Okay, and it's responded the first one. So let me refresh right here, and also refresh right here. So myself, I reacted love for this post, so I'm gonna have the love reacts and also the other reacts. Myself right here, I reacted haha, so I have it right here as the check, and also the love reacts, so everything is fine. So I can go right here now, check again. So I click wow. Okay, so it's responded directly, so that means everything is fine. I can go and also react for this one. Okay, my face deserves a haha. So now I'm going to refresh right here and see. Okay, so this is fine, and this is haha. Okay, reacted wow, which is right here. Okay, so right here. Okay, so everything is fine. I can go and then like this one. Okay, also I can go and click like directly from here. Let me refresh. You know, I advise you to do that. You can do that yourself. Try again, try it many times, try with different accounts. And if you have any problem, you can contact me and I'm gonna fix it, okay? Because I try my best, but sometimes you get problems that you can't see them, okay? So now everything is fine. Everything looking fantastic. Okay, and while we're working, we're gonna discover if we have any problems, okay? I feel like that was all for the React. The last thing I want to do is like simply change the style for this one. So if you go back to the index where we have the image right here, we had the 18 pixel. I don't know if it should be more. Okay, like 20. I actually don't know, like 18. 18 seems fine, but I actually don't know if it's like works well, like 19. I'm gonna leave that to you. Also, I want to like make this capital, okay? So we can do that. Let me just see, what is it? So that's for this span right here, okay? Let me have a class name, or like we have it. We have a class name for this one. We can take the post action. I'm gonna like do it in the post exactly. Okay, what is this span? So right here, I can add like text transform, I believe, and then capitalize and then save. Okay, so now everything is fine. Let me change and see. Yeah, I actually don't know if it actually should be like this, you know. So I had to go to the Facebook website so I can compare them. So this is true, it should be capital. And one thing also, this should not be 19, it should be go back to 18, okay? What is it? It should be 18. You can have it as a style right here. You can work on it like choose the pose action and then select the image and do that right here, okay? Because this looks better on large screen, okay? It just looked like when it's like 19, it takes like over the text a bit, okay? So I feel like this is nice and everything is fine. So you can like, if you want, you can test that. If you have any problem, just contact me and I'm gonna fix it, okay? I probably not gonna be any problem, okay? Because this is just looks fine, okay? And everything is working without any problem. And now we're gonna work on the comments, I believe. So let's see what we have.